Greetings, welcome to another Global Storm Outlook, and we're going to look in this video at some Australian heat, a huge storm in the North Pacific and snow in Europe and even into Algeria. So anyway, some more stuff, let's get started. So let's start off in the Northwest Pacific, where there is an absolutely enormous storm, and it is actually to the east of Japan, which is here. That is not a J, there we go. It's a J. And then over here is Alaska and the Aleutian Islands here. And actually this storm has done an extraordinary deepening. Very, very deep. So let's take a look at that. Here's another view of the storm, and Japan is over on the left. And you see it has this huge comma cloud. This is the cold front spreading down here. And if we flick through, this is Terra Modis, NASA Polar Orbiting Satellite view. We can flick to Suomi, another satellite, which flew over later, and that's what it looked like then. Now, these are several hours apart. You can see, if we flick between the two, the movement of the storm as it progresses towards the northeast. Another thing we can do is we can jump back by 1 day to see how much this storm changed in the space of 24 hours. So I'm going to jump back 1 day there. That's the 9th of January. And the storm has virtually very little circulation. There's just this huge area of cloud. So it went from that to that in 24 hours. So now let's look at the sea level pressure to see how much pressure this thing actually dropped. So this is the sea level pressure in the Northwest Pacific. Japan is on the left. And at the start of the loop, the storm has a central pressure of 1,000 millibars. In the end, it's 942 there. And this is a 24-hour difference. So the sea level pressure in the center of the storm dropped by 58 millibars. And you may have heard in the news about Bombogenesis and bomb cyclones. Those are 24 millibars in 24 hours. So this is more than double that. It's a double bomb plus more. So this is a global view jumping out to, and this is from the Navy Research Laboratory. The storm system we were just looking at is over here. You'll see it pop out there and move up. So that is a thing. But meanwhile, in the tropics, things are looking pretty quiet. There's not much going on. It's the Southern Hemisphere main season, plus West Pacific can get stuff at any time of year. There can be tropical storms, and there are some disturbances there, but not much. Yep, there you go. This is the Sims tropical cyclone site, and there are no currently active storms confirmed. Jumping over to Europe, in the last update we were talking about a cold blast and heavy snow in the Alps, which has caused significant problems. You can see some of the snow over the mountains, but most of the area is actually cloudy at the moment. But I'd like to point out that in Algeria it's been cold enough for some mountain snow, and it's hard to see on this image. Let's go back a day. Yeah, there. You can see on the mountains. But I have a much better image. Yeah, this is the better image. This is from the Sentinel-2 satellite. And if you look carefully, you'll see, I'll just zoom in there. This is northern Algeria. And you'll see some snow on the mountains there in North Africa. And the other bits are clouds. These are clouds, and then you can see the snow and how the snow is looks a bit different. So how does it look going forward for the Alps? Well, this is a nice site I recently came across called Meteo Exploration. Hope I've got that right. And they do snowfall plots on these nice satellite imagery, although I actually prefer the terrain, so I'm going to put it on. So that is the terrain, and this is 48 to 72 hour snowfall, and the scale is down in the bottom right. So the light blues it's in centimeters, and the light blues are 10 to 15 centimeters. So let's move forward. 24 to 48 hours. Right, I see. So get rid of that and do next 24 hours. That's that. So the highest values are 30 centimeters. Next 3 days, highest values are then approaching closer to half a meter. And if we do the snowfall over 5 days, then this model has it basically going up to the top of the scale, which is at 1.5 meters. So there's more snow on the way, it looks like, at the weekend for the Alps. So let's have a look at what's bringing all that snow. So here is the GFS forecast for Europe from Tropical Tidbits, and the blues are snow and green is rain. And we're moving forward Thursday into Friday. You'll see a band of snow coming down over the Alps, bringing a bit of snow, but not much. It's the next one, which is on Saturday, that really dumps a lot there, and continuing throughout the rest of the weekend and into early next week. In fact, throughout the first until Tuesday, essentially. But it also pushes down into Greece, where they'll probably get snow, and have had snow, over the mountains and to lower levels, and then also into Turkey. So it's quite a dramatic cold blast across the Alps to Eastern Europe. Looking at the US, it looks like there's been a big low pressure system on the east coast and moving up into Canada, passing just north of Nova Scotia, and behind it, it's bringing down a surge of cold air, and I believe that temperatures are plummeting or going down in New York, and this looks like it's pushing quite a way south with sub-zero temperatures. If we move forward, then that system moves away, things warm, and then there's a system coming through, looks like it's going to bring heavy snow, and persistent heavy snow. And is that Washington DC in there somewhere? I'm not great at geography, but of this region, apologies, but that looks like a prolonged period of quite heavy snow over a particular region, and I'll check what that region is. Yeah, so just checking the map here, and then on the left is the accumulated snow depth of the simulation. You'll see it pick up over this region, so it looks like Richmond, Washington, Baltimore, that area, throughout Virginia. Virginia is definitely the epicenter of this heavy snow event that looks to be affecting the region through the middle of the weekend and into next week, with very heavy snowfall locally, particularly in the mountains. Like George Washington, Jefferson National Forest getting a lot of snow. So the last thing I want to look at before moving on to the global long-term forecast is Australia, where there is very hot temperatures in the forecast. This shows the surface temperatures pulsing during the day, heating up and then cooling down during the night, and then heating up during the day. And looks like there's certainly well over 40 degrees in the interior, which isn't unusual, but it's also getting down to areas of the coast. So I'll just have a quick look at the local city predictions from the BOM, Bureau of Meteorology. Yeah, of the major cities, it looks like Adelaide is the one where it's going to be super hot, and you see on Friday it's 39 maximum, then it cools slightly, it's still over 30, and then 39 Monday, 41 Tuesday, 42 Wednesday before cooling again. So fairly prolonged 3-day hot, very hot period coming early next week. So I'm gonna wrap it up there, I think, because I don't really see too much going on here. There's all sorts of stuff going on, but anyway, let's just say there is something there, maybe depression or tropical storm later in the forecast moving towards the Philippines, and lots of extratropical cyclones. Didn't mention there's quite a snow event up in, actually even into North India in the higher mountains, and that's over the next few days, I think. We've got our heat wave in Australia, storm systems moving to Canada, heat wave, Florida. Okay, yeah, I think that's about it. Alright, so that's it, see you later.